Alright, on your swear, what's up, guys? You're McKinley Crain here, and last night I watched the new Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie, and was it good? Well, and now I'm going to be giving you guys my spoiler-free review of it. Now, let's get into it. If you guys are wondering why I look a little down today, it's because I got a headache. I have a headache right now. Anyway, so, this movie is, I believe it is a spin-off of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It takes place in a world where, like, cartoons are basically people. And, like, you know how, like, there are a whole bunch of famous cartoon movies? Well, they weren't actually hand-drawn. Those are just, the cartoons are just actors. They're just actors, like, who play characters in movies, like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Anyway, this was not a great movie, but it was a good movie. There were some things that I thought could have been better at times, like some of the acting could have been a lot better at times. I mean, the majority of the acting in this movie is good, but there are a few lines of dialogue that just made me go, seriously? Like, you could have done way better than that. But overall, the acting and the dialogue was good in that movie. Was good in this movie, except for a few kind of meh and questionable lines of dialogue. Anyway, there's some great stuff in this movie too. A lot of the character cameos are great, such as this one, and this is not a spoiler because everybody knows about it. All right, y'all ready to see? Y'all ready to see like my favorite character cameo and the whole movie? All right, 3, 2, 1. Here goes. Yep, it was Ugly Sonic. And no, that's not a spoiler. Everybody knows that. I love what they did with his character. It was funny. And I love how self-aware this movie was of what animation styles the public really likes. And I love its realistic depiction of showbiz, and even though this is a kids movie, there are some allegories, some drug allegories, some drug metaphors, just for the adults to pick up on. Like, oh yeah, that's supposed to basically be, this character's like kind of version of drugs. Anyway, it was just some pretty cool inside jokes. Overall, this movie, it's a solid film, but it's not a great film. It's not like one of the best movies I've seen all year. I mean, it's got some great stuff in it, but overall, it's a good but not a great film. I enjoyed it though. The chemistry between Chip and Dale was pretty good. The story, while not great, was. Anyway, like I said, I had to pause the video because somebody came into my room. Character chemistry between Chip and Dale is pretty good. I personally like Chip better than Dale in this movie, but they're both pretty good characters, and voice acting is pretty good. The animation in this movie is great. It's very interesting to look at. There's some fun visuals and some really fun Easter eggs too if you look closely. Anyway, this movie is pretty darn good, although it's not great. And it's pretty solid. The story, is self-aware, which is something I think is awesome. And it's kind of a satire on the Hollywood industry, which I think is good and great. This movie might not always live up to what it could be. This movie could be a lot better. This is a good movie with a great premise. It could have been like a great, great, great film. But although it's not a great film, it is a good film. It is a solid film. I had fun with it. Pacing was pretty good. It's very faithful to its source material. It has three-dimensional characters and some pretty fun reveals, and it's just a fun movie overall for kids and adults both to enjoy. And I'm going to give this movie an 81% out of 100%, which is equivalent of a B-. Like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return. By the way, I would definitely recommend this movie. Anyway, I will return.